What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So today I have right here the Honor Magic 4 Pro, and I've had this at the time of this recording for about 4 or 5 days, so it hasn't really been even a full week. And this is not my review, but this is just really my first impressions of an Honor device. This is my first time taking a look at an Honor device and reviewing one. So huge shout out to Honor for sending this device out for review. But before I do begin and share with you guys my first impressions of this device, I want to quickly talk about the wallpaper you see on the Honor Magic 4 Pro, and that is my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Neapolitan. And if you want to take a look at it, I'll be leaving links in the description down below for you guys to check out and support the channel. But without further delay, let's dive right in. Okay, so looking at this design, this is definitely a really unique look to it. It's got this huge circular camera cutout, much different than things that we see like with the iPhone 13 Pros and with the Samsung S22s of the world, and even the Pixel 6s and 7s of the world. This is just a more unique, different look and design, and it's kind of a differentiating factor that's saying, hey, look, this is an Honor device. Now, looking at its design, it's a glassy feel. It's a glossy. That's what put it that way. It's a glossy glass back, so it does support wireless charging, and it has a very shimmery design and does attract fingerprints. So that's something I really did notice. But thankfully, this case does come inside the box. So huge shout out. And for those who want to see how thick the box is, this is the box. That is a really thick box, because we get the charging brick, we get the adapter, we get everything inside the box. So huge shout out Honor for adding all of those inside the box. It made the unboxing experience so much better. Now, anyway, it has curved display. It has a curved display from all 4 sides, which some may not like, some may like. I personally don't like it because it's a little bit more of a curve than the S22 Ultra. That's been refined with each iteration, but this is just a little bit too curved to my liking, and there has been a couple accidental touches. Nonetheless, it gives a more futuristic design to it. Now, its display has a 6.81 inch Quad HD 120 Hz LTPO display. So it can drop from 10 Hertz to 120, go up to 120 Hertz. Peak brightness of 1000 nits. So it does get pretty bright outdoors, but not as bright that I noticed when compared to the S22 Ultra. It also has an IP68 rating, so for those who are looking for dust and water resistance, it does have that. And it does have a pill-shaped cutout for Face ID, 3D face recognition, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But here is this design. I really like it. First impressions, I like it. It is a little bit hefty, but also fits really good in the hand. Very slim and minimal bezels, and I like this display. But one thing I did notice is the hertz, the refresh rate. When I'm using YouTube, it just drops dramatically to like 60, maybe even less hertz, which is not, in my favor. But nonetheless, I really do like this design. Now let's talk about performance with the Honor Magic 4 Pro. So this does ship with the latest Snapdragon 8th Gen 1, which is a huge plus. And it doesn't matter if Snapdragon or Qualcomm does release the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, it's okay. It's a minor improvement. This is still the flagship chipset of 2022. Now, Honor has thrown Magic UI on top of Android 12. Magic UI is their user interface skin, but in my opinion, just taking a look at it, it's a really, really heavy UI skin on top of Android 12. And I've gotten used to devices like the Pixel 6 Pro and even Samsung's One UI. They're a little bit more more stock Androidish. Like, they don't throw everything all at once in your face. This just does that, which I don't like. It gives me more of like an iOS kind of vibe. And while iOS is great, I don't prefer it on Android devices. So I'm not really a huge fan of the UI, like the icons and stuff. But other than that, like daily usage, watching videos, surfing the web, playing a couple of rounds of Call of Duty has been really great on the Honor Magic 4 Pro. Another thing that I'm really happy with is Google Play services. It's supported on this Honor device, which is a plus. As we all know, Huawei devices, obviously they're not sold in the US. They don't support Google Play services, but Honor does. So that's a huge plus. I was able to just really quickly set up the Honor Magic 4 Pro without any issue whatsoever. There's been no lag or stutter in my limited time of using this device. So if you're going to pick up Honor Magic 4 Pro for its performance, then I think that's a huge plus and you won't be disappointed. Now I'm going to get to camera, because that's kind of one of the most like iconic things that Honor is really touting with their Honor Magic 4 Pro. But I want to talk about battery. So this device does come equipped with a 4,600 milliamp hour battery, which is it's decent. It's not 5,000 like the S22 Ultra and the Pixel 6 Pro, but it's not that bad either. In my limited time of use, it's been getting me throughout the day. Granted, I have been using it a little bit more heavily because I'm just starting to use this device, downloading applications and whatnot. So I have, had to charge it maybe once or twice in a day. So 4 to 5 hours of screen on time in my limited use. Obviously, I'm going to be testing this out a little bit more. But the one thing that Honor puts for this device is, get this, 100 watts of wired and wireless charging. That's right, 100 watts of wired and wireless charging. And in fact, I'm gonna pull it out of the box right here just so I can show you. The unfortunate thing though with this is the adapter that I have is the European model. So there isn't no US model that I can use for 100 watts. And it's right here. It's Honor Supercharged Max 100 watts. There you have it. It's a really, really thick wall adapter. It's huge, but you get 100 watts of Honor Supercharge. And if you want to get 100 watts of wireless charging, you also have to pick up the wireless charging stand that's sold separately. So I'm kind of bummed out that I can't make use of this 100 watts. I wish this came out of the box in like US North American adapter, but that's okay. I hope later on in the future, Honor is able to bring that for its consumers and for its customers. All right, now let's talk about the camera. So I haven't had too much time using the camera, but let me tell you, I like this camera setup. I just like how it looks. It does have a 100x zoom, but that's digital zoom, and I'm going to be putting it to the test and trying to see how it compares with Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra 100x zoom. So we'll see how that goes. But it has a main 50 megapixel wide camera lens, but that unfortunately doesn't have OIS, optical image stabilization. So we're gonna see how this not having OIS is gonna turn out to be with the results long term. But in my limited time, the photos are looking pretty good. They have accurate colors, but they're not as contrast as to what I've gotten used to with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now this also does have a 50 megapixel ultra wide, as well as a 64 megapixel 3.5x telephoto lens with like that 100 right here. It's obviously written right here, 100x digital zoom. Now with the Honor Magic 4 Pro, there's a bunch of different modes, from portrait to night to aperture, and even something that we call, or that Honor calls, movie mode. So if you want to go 4K HDR, then you're all good to go with this. Let me know if you want to see a sample of a video made with movie mode on the Honor Magic 4 Pro. Obviously there's Pro mode, and then there is more right here. So Honor really does throw a lot of different camera features. So for those of you who are looking for your camera phone guy, then this might be the device for you to choose. But in my limited time of use, I am pleased with the results and you won't be disappointed. I want to talk about the extras that come with the Honor Magic 4 Pro. The first one is actually going to be the box. look how big this box is compared to something like the Apple, the latest iPhone boxes, as well as Samsung and Google. They've gotten rid of the adapter and other things as well. I mean, we still need adapters. I personally still need adapters, even with, I'm a tech channel and I review all these devices, but all of my latest devices have been phones that don't have adapters, and I just still need adapters. So I wish other companies would follow suit and just add more to the unboxing experience. And I like how they added this case as well. So for those, there are times where I get a new phone and I won't have a case for like a week or two, and this just does the job. It's not like the most protective case, but it's just gonna keep it from getting scratched and a couple dings from the back. So that's a huge plus. Thank you, Honor, for adding this case and continue to do so. What I also like about this device is going to be this pill-shaped cutout, which has Face ID with its 3D depth, and it's pretty fast. Just take a look at that. That's fast. There you go. Now let's try with its Touch ID or its fingerprint sensor that's under the display. So there we go. It's not too bad. It's pretty reliable. It's pretty fast. For the most part, it's pretty fast. And I like how Honor offers both a 3D face recognition to unlock your device as well as an in-display fingerprint sensor. I like how Honor offers these extra things. Just like the little things really do matter for many different people, and this one especially, including Face ID as well as the in-display fingerprint sensor, is something that I actually really appreciate. So that's really my first impressions. I like this device, I really do, and we need more competition, especially here in North America, in the US. I hope that this does go international and we are able to purchase this in the US, because this is a really good device. This is a really good phone. I mean, many people in the US are using either an iPhone or a Samsung, majority. There may be some who use OnePlus and there may be some who use Pixel. I've seen people who use both of those brands and those phones, but we need more than just that. We've lost a lot of big players like HTC and LG, so we need more competition here. But that's really been it. I will be putting this to its tests, and once I feel comfortable, hopefully probably like a month and a half after I use this device, I will be putting out its full review. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for that. But that's really been it. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot and will help push my content out to more people. Anyway, that's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.